Well, it's 6:15 and time for What's Trending. A tense rescue Monday in Michigan after a dog found himself stranded on the Detroit River. Wyandotte police and fire were able to get the dog, who was standing on a piece of floating ice, to safety. Officials say the dog was newly adopted when she got away from its owner and somehow got in the river. And the dog was rescued and is okay. And just taking a look at that video right now, and I feel it's really good to see the firemen do what they're doing and picking it up, but man, that's gotta be such a stressful situation.
Oh, I'm sure it's stressful, not only for the fire department, but also for the dog too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what was going on to make that dog get a little, I guess, freaked out and then run out to a river that's clearly moving water. So obviously it's hard for ice to solidify like what we see on area lakes.
Yeah, well, from my experience of being there, like, it's frozen close to shore, and lots of dogs just see that as solid ground. But then once they get out and then the ice starts breaking away, either from like a windy day or something, it starts to break off like that. So
yeah, definitely. This is a river too, so as you know, whenever water moves, it doesn't freeze as easily.
Yeah,
so,
and there's always ice chunks on that river too.
Yeah, ice chunks.
And this time of year, from like going up way in Lake Huron, Lake St. Clair, and up in that parts of the state. So
yeah, it gets pretty interesting, especially in this area though. Whenever you have that happening, and of course it's really obviously crazy that dog went through that, but thankful that dog is okay and newly adopted too. So I wonder, something had to have spooked it or something.
Well, it's not used to its owners. That's probably the biggest thing. So that's probably what spooked it. So.
Yeah, that's definitely very possible as well. But meanwhile, though, the world's largest puppet, I had to check this video to believe it for myself, was built by the famed Jim Henson's Creature Shop in Glendale, California. On Tuesday, it was unveiled for the first time to hundreds of children in Los Angeles. And the puppet is a two-story porcupine named Percy. It has 2,000 quills and weighs more than a ton. Percy's next stop is the San Diego Zoo for the grand opening of its new children's zoo. And late Jim Henson is best known as the creator of the Muppets of Sesame Street fame. And yeah, looking at that video again, and I mean, that is for that to be a puppet, wow, I am at a loss for words. I wonder how they control that thing.
Yeah, I wonder how many people it actually takes to like move the mouth or get it just to act like it's walking. But those quills, I wonder how sharp they really are.
Well, hopefully not as sharp as a porcupine in real life. Those can really hurt if you make a porcupine mad.
Yeah, I definitely have experience pulling quills out of a dog, so it's not fun if anyone's. Probably many people can attest to that. They've had to do it. So.
Yeah, and I think Jeff actually, our evening, everyone should know Jeff at this point. Yeah, I think Theo did get quilled. If Jeff's watching, clarify that with me. But he's probably sleeping right now, as he should be. But yeah, I mean, I think Theo did get quilled before. So I mean, it's definitely kind of challenging for pet owners though, because obviously animals are curious and they want to see what other animals are up to. I mean, dogs are curious creatures, and sometimes porcupines, or maybe more all the time, I guess, porcupines want to be left alone.
Yeah, for sure. And that's definitely, getting back to the puppet though, that was a really big, that's a big puppet.
That is huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you would get a better grasp if you're right there face to face, because sometimes pictures and video just don't do it justice. You gotta be there.
2 stories tall.
So, 2 stories tall, so that's still
30 feet.
That's still pretty impressive though when you think about it.
Sure, but I think it's like 30 feet, 25, 30 feet or somewhere in that range. But anyway, keeping the more kid theme going, and you could get ready for a great story because Wednesday is National Read Across America Day, and it's celebrated on March 2nd in honor of Dr. Seuss's birthday, as he was born on this day back in 1902. The iconic author wrote over 60 children's books, including the beloved titles like The Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham, and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The National Education Association started National Read Across America Day back in 1998 as a way to get children excited about books. Libraries, bookstores, and community centers often host events for children to mark the day. And I remember in elementary school days, this was always like a day circled on the calendar to go read a bunch of books and see how many Dr. Seuss books you can actually read. And there was actually, I think they tried to schedule one of those book fairs on that day as well.
Yeah, it's really cool though. I mean, I know when I was younger though, my parents had some of the Dr. Seuss books in my bookshelf back home as well. It was really cool to to really read those books. I mean, they're really cool. And How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I mean, that turned into one of the more classic movies that we know of. Today, well, there's been like many versions.
There's
of it.
been many.
What is it, like 3 versions now?
Oh, at least. I can tell you how many, but there's been a lot.
I think there's 3. There's a classic one. There's that long, 3-hour one that uses real people, and then now there's a more computer animated one that they just made recently. So
I like. Do you remember Horton Hears a Who?
It's been a long time since I watched it.
They actually made a movie on that one too.
Yeah, I remember watching the movie because I don't think I ever read that book. I
liked the movie. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, the movie was good. Now I want to watch the movie again.
Yeah, there's a lot of those we should watch. But Cat in the Hat kind of freaked me out.
Yeah, I did not.
Just a freaky movie.
I never watched that one, but I saw the promotions for that, and I'm like, no, thank you. I'm going to social distance far away as I can from that to bring back those bad memories of COVID-19 again. So I apologize for that. But let's have a little bit of humor here, right?